Hey YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to review Mango Languages Spanish specialty course for soccer. And the specialty course is based on, of course, like soccer vocabulary, but the vocabulary that they use specifically in Spain versus Latin America. So I just want to give you my overall opinion of it, and what I liked and what I did not like, and some things that I found interesting. All right, so overall, I'll say that I really did enjoy doing this program. I didn't think that I would, not as much, but oddly enough, I really did enjoy going through and doing this program. The course is about 7 lessons in total. It took me about, based on Mango Languages timer that they have, it took me an hour and 55 minutes to do all 7 lessons. And I did it, probably like a lesson a day, maybe 2 lessons a day. And I really enjoyed it as well. They had really, interesting cultural notes too, like talking about the history of soccer, but also like the history of the word soccer, talking about, you know, how Spain kind of like acts when soccer season is in session. And as well, like I didn't even know that I think they say like practically every town in Spain has its own soccer um, team. I'm like, wow, like they're really serious about this. It's like that's like like religion out there, right? So yeah, I found the cultural notes to be really interesting. One thing that I'll say that probably could be maybe perhaps improved. In Mango Languages, they give you kind of like a list of objectives and things that they're going to cover within each chapter. And I noticed that they mentioned the subjunctive tense. However, they based on what I went through, I didn't really see that much of the subjunctive tense at all until about maybe the last lesson, maybe. I I think so for me. So I thought that was like, that's a little strange. Kind of strange to put that as a objective, but not really, seemingly not really concentrating on it that much. And I can understand why, because the subjunctive tense is a very complicated tense to explain, especially kind of like the way that Mango Language just does its program. It's more like immersion based, and they do give you grammar notes here and there, which I appreciate. Um, but I can understand them perhaps having a difficult time, kind of like bringing in the subjunctive tense while not confusing the student, because that does happen. That happens in classes as well. Like people get really confused when you bring in the subjunctive tense. Another thing, this kind of is slightly a little petty, but the dialogue that was in the course, right? It concentrated on like a conversation between a man and perhaps his wife, or at least his girlfriend. And in the conversation, it sort of had the woman complaining almost like, oh, when are we going to see my parents? And then the guy's like, oh, once soccer season is over. Again, a little petty, but I kind of thought, I don't know, it was just like, I don't know, do I need to be hearing some lovers quarrel? I'm trying to learn about soccer, right? Um, yeah. I thought the vocabulary that was presented in this course was nice. Um, I kind of thought a little bit, it could be maybe a little bit more centered around soccer. I know that I'm not saying that it wasn't, of course, because it was. I think it, but I didn't like perhaps like, oh, like, let me see, how can I put this? You know, perhaps saying like, oh, like how to say like, oh, this is a tie, or maybe this team is in the lead, or this team's behind. I didn't see that type of vocabulary though. Um, but overall, I did enjoy the vocabulary that was presented. Um, it perhaps could be a little more, um, you know, based in soccer. But overall, I did enjoy learning the vocabulary that was presented in this chapter, or this specialty course. And I'll say overall, I enjoyed taking this, doing the course, definitely. Um, as I mentioned before in like my review of the flamenco course, I kind of would have liked to maybe have seen maybe some visual aids, but I can kind of understand where Mango is coming from. Not coming from, but I noticed that they don't really do visual aids, and I guess maybe perhaps because it may be a bit too time consuming, I understand that. And they do have movies, which I have yet to watch, but I may end up watching the movies at one point or another too. Um, at this particular moment, I'm just concentrating more so on the specialty courses, but I do notice that they have movies, and I guess maybe that's where these visual aids may come into play. Perhaps. But still, I think it would have been cool to see pictures, but, you know, I can understand Mango Languages perhaps not wanting to do pictures and visual aids. Well, not visual aids, but pictures because, it could just be like maybe a bit too time consuming, perhaps. No, but if you're looking to improve, that's a way to improve, though, definitely. But, overall, I'll say that I enjoyed taking this lesson, and I would rate it probably, I say maybe like a 4 out of 5, you know. I, despite the criticisms that I have for it, I did enjoy taking it, and I will perhaps maybe even review it at one point or another. Not at the moment because I'm just going forward trying to explore, all that Mango Languages has to offer in terms of Spanish, that I feel I could make use of, more like, practical stuff that I feel like I can make use of. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Feel free to let me know what you guys think. Feel free to let me know um, how you felt about the program, um, as well maybe questions that you may have. Feel free to let me know in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching, and to the next video, adios and goodbye for now.